Hello. This week on Lawrence County History Corner, I am talking a little bit about an article that appeared in September 15th, 1930 in the Ironton Evening Tribune. And it's actually not just an article, it's a series of articles, and it was published in reference to the Pedro High School news, is what the article was titled. And it's really interesting because it gives you a glimpse into Pedro High School and its history for that particular year. And of course, it's a new school year starting. It's in September. And the total enrollment for the school for that year was 152 students, 78 boys and 74 girls, which was an increase of 25 students from the previous year. Many of the new students were from Decatur and Upper Township. And it also talks about some of the organizations. And of course, sports has always played a big role in Lawrence County. And Pedro did have a football team. And it was interesting that it was a community effort even more back then than it was now. Of course, they didn't have the resources, so they actually put in this article, a series of articles from the Pedro News, High School News, thanking residents for their assistance. And in this case, it talks about a Mr. Goodman of Pedro for allowing them to use his land for football practice. So obviously, they didn't have a actual football field that they would use. A Mr. Bailey, also from Pedro, for a large plot of land he donated to the school for the football games during the season. So no, they didn't have a football field at all. They were having to use farmland around the school. And they also wanted to thank Mr. Hankins from Hecla for the many volumes of books he had donated through the school for the library. So not only was football and sports a place where the community got together to help people, but so was the library. And the school wanted to recognize the generosity from within the community and how much they had helped the school itself. And as you can see, it is a growing school. Pedro eventually, of course, was consolidated into another school system and eventually disappeared. But that is just a little piece about Pedro schools and the assistance they received in the 1930 school year. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next time.